Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel Charles More. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel Charles More. Please remember to keep your comments distant, not offensive. If you're not subscribed to the channel Charles More, please hit that bell notification to get notifications when the channel is uploaded. So, yeah, I just, I have to say, after that disturbing image of Donald J. Trump in Jesus' robe, he claimed, with the media, he claimed that was him just trying to be a doctor, praying for the sick, and just trying to be, you know, he loves healing people. That's what he claimed. Yeah. The image, though, was kind of blaspheming to God himself. So, yeah, you know what that actually tells me right there? That actually tells me that Donald J. Trump only cared about himself. So, I mean, that might have, you made the claim thinking you'd be able to get away with that. But, in reality, the truth was obviously just, like, found out. Alright. And you might try to cover up a truth with the lie. But I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not going to work out too well. And that compelled me to actually look at what is wrong with men. What is wrong with men? Alright? And yeah, you know what the problem with men is now these days? Well, they're so stubborn, they're always thinking about themselves. They don't think about other people. They don't think about themselves. And I think that's obviously the case with Donald J. Trump. Men will think about themselves. They will think only about themselves and money. And most of the time, they're just, most of the time, that's, how they are. It's just, it, just, to be honest with you, it's stupid. Really, it is. Like, I can't imagine, I just couldn't imagine just being a stupid loser for the rest of my life and being in a man's, like, a dirty old man, or, let's say, a rotten man's shoes, thinking only about myself, and having the most terrible inside what of. Okay, I just couldn't even picture myself looking like that. Just being in somebody's shoes. Just having the most, like, being the most evil person out there. Alright, I don't know why I would be trying to imagine myself being in a man's that disgusting and, you know, like a disgusting man's shoes. I just couldn't really imagine it. Just caring about myself and not about other people. That stuff. You know what? I wouldn't be likable if I were that way. Okay? You know what? A woman wouldn't like me if I were just stubborn and only just cared about myself. Alright? Alright? You know, and luckily me, I didn't get born from a mother who said that, okay, you can just grow up and be however you want. Alright, yeah. 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 In fact, I can already name one person off the bat who probably would be able, at least the one child that would possibly just did not get treated, got treated like a real princess their whole life. Yeah, I could just name it right off the bat. But hey, I wouldn't want to give it, I wouldn't want to give it out as a dead giveaway. You know somebody to be evil and somebody to have a rotten inside when you actually just sit. Yeah. So, you know that a rotten human being, you know who it's going to be. Once you just figure it out yourself. Alright? If a woman doesn't act like a normal woman, sometimes, or most of the time, they just act like a complete dirtbag. And why? Why would they behave so pathetically? Well, they probably never got disciplined in their lifetime. And again, never mind the dog barking. My dogs are always being nuts. My Commodore's always just barking at and anything that it sees out there. I mean, it's just so annoying. Yeah. If a woman is never punished as a little girl and is never taught right from wrong and punished ever, it's going to turn out to be a filthy, disgusting human being. Sure is, that's what they will be forever. And that stuff. And you know what? They almost like never grow up. That's the You know, that's that's just how it is, It, like, th- there are people in this world that just, they obviously don't know how to, like, get a life and grow up. That's the problem. That's the problem with people today. Yeah. And why are people like this? They're confused. They don't know how to grow up. Alright? Probably from birth, they've never figured it out. Same thing with men. Alright, yeah. If both genders were both learn and parented to learn from right and wrong, and both would have a good inside and a perfect inside, then marriage would actually work out way better. It would work out way better if they were both nice looking on the outside and the inside. Marriage would go a lot smoother. There'd be less dramatic situations, there'd be less chaos, and it would actually go much smoother. Yeah, most of the time, men just only care about themselves. Alright, and that's the problem there. Ultimately, that's what is wrong with men today. They're self-centered, and they only think about themselves. That's what is wrong with them, mostly. This is why a woman just can't really get along with men. It's because they have rotten insides. Alright. It's a real issue. It's a real issue. And it needs to be, it just needs to be addressed here. It needs to be, something that is taken care of here. This is a lot of the problem here in America. Alright? There's just not a lot of decent people in this world. And that is a real big issue. So, I'm compelled to actually start a series on this. Alright, why can't people just grow up these days? It's because they've never been taught to, they can't remain as stupid, disgusting, filthy dirtbag. And why? Well, obviously, I'll tell you why. If you go down that path, you're not going to be found likable anymore. And that's the problem with people today. That's the problem. It's just something that I just it's just something that I just feel, I just feel like this is just a major issue. And it needs to be addressed. So with that said, I hope that all of you are actually looking forward. This is going to be a series that I'm going to be starting on my YouTube channel. I hope that you will actually pay close attention to this. And what I'm really worried about is the President of the United States, who's obviously a man who just cares about himself and wants so much attention that I just feel compelled to actually just starting this series on my YouTube channel. I hope you look forward to it. I hope that you actually give this a listen, and please enjoy what I actually have to say. And if there's any difficulties or anything that you are having a hard time with men or whatever, you can always play back every one of the videos that I'm going to be uploading on my YouTube channel. And yes, I will be talking about what's wrong with men. And you can play those back. You can play those videos back anytime you want to. In case you want more experience on what I've actually said in those videos. Anyway, I hope that you will be looking forward to it. I hope that whatever I say about what is wrong with men, I hope you would find helpful. This is John Morse. Have a good day. I hope you're looking forward to what I have to say on this matter. Have a good day. I will see you on the next videos.